So welcome along, finding focus through flow. You can come onto your mat and we're going to start standing for this practice. Joining the hands together in Namaste and allowing your breath to guide the movements as we progress through this practice. So of course, inhaling and circling the arms slowly out and up. Let the palms touch overhead and exhaling down through the midline. And reversing that order, inhaling back up through the center and exhale to circle the arms out and around back into Namaste. And one more time like this, inhaling out and up. Exhale down through the midline. And as you start to become aware of this movement or used to this movement, start to notice something that you haven't noticed before. So maybe as the arms come around, you start to feel the brush of the air in between the hair follicles, your fingerprints on one another as they come back to Namaste. You can then inhale and expand and open the arms out wide, and then taking Garudasana, so right elbow on top and entwining the arms. Take an inhale and lift the elbows high, and exhaling, bending the knees, and like a chair pose, elbows towards the navel. And then again, you might have done this 100 times. It might be your first time, but can you bring that beginner's mind? What is it? What would it be like if you did this for the very first time? You'd feel certain sensations that maybe you're almost numb to. So instead, we're trying to awaken fully. You can lift and slide the arms out to hold on to the elbows and hold them overhead, reaching and lengthening away from you. And then circling the arms all the way around behind you. Interlace the fingers behind the back of the body. Take an inhale and open. And then circling the arms back around. So we go left elbow on top and entwining the arms. And again that pulsation, inhaling to lift and exhaling. And we're all different. So some of us are more feeling types. So you might feel something. Some of us might see something new, a new freckle on your body, or a new thing in the room. So some of us might you might hear something new about your breath, some slight nuance that you haven't noticed before. So again, let's hold and pause here for a moment. Do make sure that you're at the front of your mat and exhale into a swan dive, folding forward and down. Inhale to lift halfway up, lengthening through the spine. And exhale to fold yourself in. And bend the knees. Come on up with a reverse swan dive, coming all the way up, and exhale down into Utkatasana, chair pose with the hands in Namaste. Inhale to stretch the arms all the way up, and as you forward fold, maybe it's the brush of the air over the skin that you notice. Inhale to lift halfway up. And exhale the right leg back to the back of the mat, lowering the back knee down here. One breath to inhale. Sweep the arms up, palms touch overhead, and exhaling. Maybe it's feeling the texture of the mat underneath your hands. Inhale back into plank pose. Scooping the tail, lengthen the chest forward, travel forward as you exhale and lower yourself down. Inhale up into a cobra shape, or feel free to take Sphinx if you'd prefer. And exhaling to lower down. Rise up, inhale, full or a half push-up, and exhale back into downward facing dog. So I can vividly remember my very first downward dog ever. I thought it was the weirdest thing in the world, and I was busy looking around the room and see if I was doing it right, and the teacher kept telling me to stop looking around. That now downward dog feels pretty good. But can you bring that same level of freshness to the pose? What does the mat feel like under your feet? Maybe the breath lengthening, elongating the body. Take one more breath here with a great presence, just expanding your scope of experience. Inhale your right leg to the sky. And exhale the foot forward to the hand, taking the back knee onto the earth. Inhale to sweep the arms around, palms touch, and feel the palms touching one another. Exhaling back to the earth. Inhale to step forward and lift halfway up. And exhaling, forward fold. Rise up through your reverse swan dive. And exhaling once again down into chair pose, sensing an evenness in the feet. Inhale, stretching the arms up overhead so you're in this extended chair position. And exhale like a winged warrior. So in a moment we'll bring these in. Inhaling, sweeping the arms up. And exhaling, folding straight forward and down. Is there something else that you can notice? Inhale to lift halfway up, even as we do this namaskar that maybe you've done plenty of times before. So either back leg straight or bent, that's up to you. Inhaling to lift and exhaling down. Inhale back into your plank. Maybe it's the sense of the way the toenails dig into the mat as you lower. What does it feel like? The belly moving away from the earth and then back down onto the earth. The head, the forehead touching the earth. What's the sensation like? Inhale, rising, and exhale. And as you do this, as you double up your awareness, notice how everything else drops away. That there's this increased quietness, less background noise, less white noise. Inhaling the left leg to the sky. And exhale the foot forward to the hands. Inhaling to circle the arms around. And exhale, lowering down. Stepping forward and lift halfway up. And exhaling to fold yourself in. Rise up, reverse swan dive. And exhaling the hands down through namaste. And lightly touch the thumb onto the breastbone and notice what you notice there. Is there something new, something fresh? Something that you've never before been aware of? So let's turn it up a little now. Turn our flow up a little, inhaling to circle out and up. And exhale, folding forward and down. So incorporating the chair pose, inhale, lift halfway up. And exhale the right leg to the back of the mat. So you're in this Anjaneyasana, inhaling. Take the arms up and pause for a moment. Again, just notice if there's anything fresh and new here. What does it feel like to steer the hips forward more? So drawing that right hip around, maybe lifting through the inner right thigh. And then you can exhale and tip forward into a winged warrior shape. And feel free to bring the feet together as you come forward into a chair pose. And with the breath, inhaling, sweep the arms up like helium balloons lifting. As you exhale, sweep the arms down and taking the left leg back to the back of the mat. Inhale to take the arms up, and again pausing here. Something new, something fresh, pardon my doggy. And again, maybe it's that inner seam of your pants lifting up. Maybe you've noticed that you're not even through the front and back leg, and as you even up, then it changes things. And exhaling to lower yourself down. Inhale back into your plank and exhale to lower down. Feel free to take a connecting vinyasa. Make sure that's the screenshot. And then exhaling back into downward facing dog, or you're lowering down to get there. Okay, inhaling and taking the right leg to the sky. Add in a tiger curl. What does that feel like? Something new. Maybe it's the softness of the cloth, the texture of the cloth, the texture of the breath. And then stepping yourself forward, rising up, crescent pose, Anjaneyasana. And exhaling, tip forward, this winged warrior shape. Launching yourself forward, feet together, rise up with the arms, chair pose. And exhaling as you do that, stepping the right leg to the back of the mat. Inhale. Nisha, come on. And exhale the hands down onto the earth. So from here we step forward. Take an inhale, lift and open through the front of the body. And exhale to fold in. Rise up through a reverse swan dive or a spinal roll if you'd like to. And exhale once again, maybe brushing the thumbs over the third eye and over the heart. Sensing the newness, the freshness of this moment. One more flow like that, inhaling, taking the arms up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lifting. And exhale the left leg to the back of the mat. Inhale to take the arms up. So this time, either choose that winged warrior shape or keep the arms up and tip forward. Feel yourself almost in chair pose here as you then step lightly forward with that left leg. And then stepping back with the right leg. Inhaling to lift. And exhale the hands onto the earth. Maybe starting to sense a greater warmth through the body, heat. Step back to plank, lowering maybe into your connecting vinyasa of up dog to down dog. Otherwise, sticking with your sphinx or cobra. And in down dog, again, just explore. Can you feel the clothes against your skin, the breath in the body, the blood pumping within your body, the tingle on the lips? And then taking your left leg to the sky and exhaling. So stepping out of that habituation and by inviting an openness through all of the senses, stepping forward. Inhale into your crescent. Exhale, it could be winged warrior or staying with the arms forward. And then the right leg steps forward as you inhale. The left leg steps back as you exhale. Inhale to lift, and exhaling, hands down onto the earth. Inhale to step forward and lift halfway up. And then turning the toes out slightly, exhale and sinking down into a squat. This is just a transition. So using the hands for support and coming on down onto the floor. Keep your right leg drawn, extending forward, and draw the left leg back a little. So we're in a Janushasana shape. And just for a moment, folding forward, greeting the sensation with those fresh eyes. And in a moment, we're going to flow again. But just for now, feel free to melt in like ice on or ice cream on a hot day, just melting and softening. And then you can make your way up, and we'll flow from side to side here. So have the left shin on the floor, take the left hand behind you and rising up into an easy plank position. And then traversing to the other side. So circling the right hand around behind you, and then the left foot comes onto the floor, and then you're in wild thing. And there are also a couple of variations of side plank. So just flowing from side to side, and of course bringing a smoothness to the movement. But also bringing that beginner's mind. Is there something else you can sense that maybe you've never noticed before? A place where you're feeling the stretch or the strengthening. So the next time that you're down, you can come through Baddha Konasana or a diamond pose. And pausing, just pausing here for a moment before switching to the second side. So extend your left leg forward and folding forward. Just greeting yourself where you are. And if you're used to doing this pose, then you're probably used to the sensation and potentially habituated to it. So we're looking to unravel that habituation, not only on the mat, but also in life. I love that movie About Time, how he goes back in time and relives the day, each day, with a freshness, taking in all the things that he didn't notice the first time he lived the day. So can you do that as we flow from side to side here? So even though you've done it once on the other side, then there may be a sense, oh, I've done this, I don't have to do it again. But in actual fact, you're missing out. So eventually in the movie, he realizes that he doesn't have to live the day twice, but instead just lives it once with that same presence. And eventually you can come through center and maybe lay down for Shavasana, or you may like to take a seated Shavasana with the palms facing up and with an awareness scanning through your body, noticing the newness, freshness. And it's not new, it's simply that you have repurposed your attention, awareness, focus. Noticed everything that's going on that is usually in the background. Bring it to the foreground and bring with it a sense of wonder, awe, if you like. The blood pumping through your body, the oxygen exchange in the lungs, your organs digesting, muscles at rest, but ready for action. What an incredible gift this focus is, this awareness and presence is. You can bring the hands into Namaste. Let's take a super short body blessing. Brushing or prana bath, brushing over the head, massaging the shoulders, down the arms and legs, with gratitude, with thanks to the belly, the organs, and down the legs. And most of all, to yourself, whether you center that in your heart center, or your mind, or wherever you reflect that you are your soul essence. Say a namaste to yourself for showing up today, for continuing to show up, for your focus, for your presence. Namaste. Namaste to you all. Thank you.